and welcome. I'm Izzy at Minerva. In today's video, we're going to be continuing our effortless pattern mini-series, which looks at how to create garments from a couple of very simple body measurements. Now, you don't need any patterns to follow along today. You're actually going to create your own pattern in a very simple way. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at how to create this garment here, which is a tie front kimono style garment. So it's more like a sort of overgarment and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. We've got some beautiful fabric to be sewing up the garment with today as well, which I'm really excited about. So to follow along today, you're going to need the following pattern drafting tools, and the length of fabric that you need will actually depend on the length of the garment that you want to create. So before you purchase your fabric or decide which fabric to use, do take a look at this video and just estimate how much you're going to need based on the instructions, because it will differ from person to person. In this video, I'm going to show you how to measure your body, how to mark up the fabrics to create your pattern, and then also how to sew the pattern as well. So by the end of the video, I'm going to be showcasing you my version, and it would be great if you wanted to upload your version on our Minerva website, where you can create a free account and tag the fabric and the pattern, the video if you want to. So do take a look at that. Okay. Well, let's get straight on into doing our body measurements. We just need 2 body measurements in order to sew up this pattern. So the first one is the neck to hem measurement. So really we're wanting the top of the shoulder up here. It starts at this point, and then just drop a tape measure all the way down to the length that you want your garment to be. So it literally is a case of getting the tape measure, standing up, and then dropping the tape measure from the top of your shoulder here all the way down to the floor and taking that measurement. The next measurement is also from the neck, and it's going down to around the fullest part of the bust. Now, this measurement will vary from person to person. This measurement we're going to use to decide on the garment where the base of the armhole needs to be. Now, this is a very relaxed garment, so don't like cut it like really close to right underneath your armpit. Give it a little bit of space and take that measurement. Now, the fabric that I've chosen to sew up my garment with is this gorgeous Minerva exclusive leopard luminescent Supima cotton lawn fabric. It's really super light. Now, I'm intending for this kimono style garment to be quite lightweight, to be wearing over a swimming costume in the summer, something really nice and light, so this fabric is perfect for it. I would recommend the fabric that you choose should be something that is woven. Jersey would work, it would just have less shape and structure to it. It's a very relaxed garment, so really it could take anything that's reasonably lightweight, like a cotton or a viscose base or some type of gauzy fabric. There's all sorts of different fabrics that you could play around with, and really because it is such a relaxed fit garment, you can really just be quite flexible and have a lot of fun with your fabric. Okay, so once you've done your body measurements, these ones, write them down. These ones are mine. They're obviously going to be different to yours, and your body measurements will be completely different, but it will still work the process that we're doing today. So make sure you've got a nice note of those and have them as a reference to the side of your working space. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to cut out our fabric, like the length of our fabric. So take your neck to hem measurement and tap that into your calculator. Then add your neck to bust measurement. For me, that's 30 centimeters. Then we're going to add 3 centimeters, and this is just 3 centimeters to hem the bottom of the garment. So it means that we can give it a nice generous turn up at the very bottom. You could do 5 centimeters if you wanted a deeper hem. You could do less if you have less fabric and you want to be just mindful of how much fabric you're using. So first of all, get your fabric assorted. We have the selvage up here, and I've got a fold down at this end. Fabric is obviously folded in half, so that it's doubled over with right sides together. Make sure that this line up here, this cut line, is perfectly perpendicular to the folded edge. I've used a nice pattern drafting ruler just to make sure it's really sharp and it's completely accurate. Okay, and then we want to do another cut line down to the bottom of the fabric down here. So this next cut line is going to be the length that you've got calculated in your calculator. Could be a lot longer than mine, could be a lot shorter. Draw a nice perpendicular line to the selvage or the fold, and then just cut along that line. Okay, we're now going to spin the fabric round, and we're actually just going to open up the fabric so that we've got the top up here. And the selvage is either end. Now it's gone slightly off the screen, but that's okay. What we want to do now is turn this down like this. And the amount that we want to turn it down by is our neck to bust. So for me, 30 centimetres. Now you want to get this turning down really nicely and accurately. So measure it off and then iron it in place. So you've got a really crisp finish up at the top. Okay, so once you've folded it and you've ironed it up at the top and you've got the correct distance up here, what we're going to do next is take one side and fold it over the other, like this, encasing the section that we've just pinned out in between all the fabric. Nice, just like that. Okay, we're going to work up with this top corner up here, so just make sure that it's all sitting really nice, that it's all even. And the folds are just matching up really nicely on top of each other like that. What we're going to do now is cut out the neckline. So grab your tape measure and working from the top up here, so this is now the fold and this is the selvage over here. We're working on the folded side. I want you to mark a point that is 3 centimetres below the top corner up here. Now I'm going to use a fat Sharpie pen so you can see it on the screen above, but please use some chalk at home or a fabric pen which is erasable. So mark a point 3 centimetres there, and then 9 centimetres across the top up here. Then just join those two together with a nice little curve, something like this, and then cut that out. So we're cutting through 4 layers of fabric at this point. Next, we want to open up the fabric completely. If you've pinned this down, now is the time to unpin it and open that out. Okay, so our selvage is here and also at the other side, and this is the center of the fabric where we've cut out as the start of our neckline. Now I want us to fold the fabric over this way round. So we've got the whole thing open, we're just folding one layer of fabric. Match up the top really beautifully like this. Then draw a line from this corner point here down to the top corner, just like that. Then just cut along that line. Next, open up the fabric. So now we've got this beautiful neckline here. And I want us to fold the fabric back down along that original iron line that we creased previously. So that was where our fabric dropped down 30 centimetres. So turn it back down, whatever it was for you. For me it was 30, for you it'll be something else. This needs to be like super accurate. So it's nice if you've got a good, clear, crisp iron line up at the top. And once you're happy that the fabric's folded accurately, just pin it in place so it's going to stay in place really nicely and accurately. Next, we're going to fold the selvage into the middle of the garment, and you can see the middle because that's where the bottom of the V is, like that. So grab the selvage side and fold it really nicely and accurately into the middle like this. Make sure it's super straight up at the top. And once you've done one side, just do the same for the other side. Okay, we need to do some really careful cutting at this point. So let's take a look and do it really slowly together. If you lift up this side here, what we basically want to do is we only want to cut through one layer of fabric, which is this layer here. And we want to cut only to the fold, that's it, no further. And we want to cut at the 30 centimetre offset, or whatever your sleeve length is going to be. So it really does need to be super accurate and super careful. So just keep checking that you're cutting in a nice, neat, straight line. Okay, so that's that side now done. Do the same for the other side here. Wonderful. Okay, it's starting to take shape. The final thing we want to cut out is our belt. So we want our belt to be 6 centimetres deep in total. So working at the top up here, draw a line that is 6 centimetres offset from the top. And then just cut along that line. Lay that piece on top of the fabric once more, lining up the top edges up here, and then just cut a second piece the same size. And there we have it, 2 belt loops. Okay, we've basically done all the cutting out of the garment that we need to. We're now going to start to sew it together. So the first thing we're going to sew together is the underarm of the sleeve. So while it's all beautifully cut out like this, pop some pins into this seam. Do the same for the other side while it's sitting all nice and flat. And we're just going to sew this with a 5mm seam allowance. So that's a really small seam allowance. Great, once you've sewn the sleeve, then you can finish it using your preferred method. I am going to overlock it. You could pinking shear it, or you could just zigzag stitch it just to keep the raw ends from fraying. The next seam that we want to sew is we want to sew this folded edge here, this cut edge here, with this cut edge here. So they should line up like this beautifully. However, we haven't got any seam allowance to sew anything to anything at this point, so it all gets a little bit messy if we're not careful. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to interface them together with a small strip of fabric, just so that they're like really close before we put them through the sewing machine. Okay, so get a small strip of interfacing and lay those 2 raw edges really close so they're literally almost overlapping. And then pop your interfacing strip down, so bubbly side down, and then just give it a press together. Okay, so when you open it out, you've actually got like a seam that looks like it's all together. Obviously that's still really vulnerable. We still need to tidy that up and sort that out a little bit more, but it's just a nice little stopgap for now. Do the same for the other side. What we're going to do next is we're going to finish the sleeves really beautifully. So to start off with, what I want us to do is, well, I'm going to overlock the raw edges of the sleeves, and I'm actually then going to add some beautiful lace to the garment. So I'm going to finish it with some gorgeous little lace trimming here and on the other sleeve and also down the front. So let's talk you through how to do one sleeve, and then the same method will then apply to the other sleeve and also the front opening and around the neckline as well. So to start off with, you want to just tidy up the raw edges, so either overlock that or pinking shear it, or do a little zigzag stitch all the way around. Great, once you've finished the seam, we're then just going to turn it under and press it all the way around. Take a piece of lace and just cut the length that you need to wrap around your sleeve, and also just a little bit extra. Turn down one raw edge like this so that it's got a nice folded edge up at the top. And then we want to start at the back of the sleeve. So make sure that you've got your garment like with the back of the sleeve here. And I want to start actually at the underarm, so it's like the least visible possible place for this to go. And really we just want to line up the raw edge of the lace with the overlocked stitches, and just carefully continue to pin all the way around. Now you may find it easier at this point to actually just put this straight into your machine and just eyeball it, so you don't have to do lots of intricate pinning. If you prefer to do that, that's absolutely fine, and that's what I'm going to do. So pop the whole thing into your machine, and then we're just going to do a small line of stitches to hold it all together. So we're just stitching the lace to the garment. Don't forget that this stitch will be seen, so you might want to make it a top stitch length, which is about 3mm. When you get to the end, so you've got a little bit loose at the end, so it's just nicely overlapping down here, I would recommend just trimming it down and then just hand stitching it together at this point so that it's a really nice, neat finish. Excellent, isn't that beautiful? So take a look at that little finish. This is what we're aiming for, something that looks like this, and on the inside it's really nice and neat as well. Give that a little press. Okay, and once you've done one sleeve, we're going to repeat that process for the other sleeve and also all the way around the hem. Once you've got all of your lace sorted, we're then going to hem at the bottom of the garment. So turn up the hem wrong sides together by 1 centimetre Press that in place and then turn it up again by 2 centimetres and press in place. Pin in place as you go. Then we're going to just top stitch that hem down just a few millimetres from the fold at the top of the hem at that location. Beautiful. Okay, so something just like this. We're now going to do our belt loops, which is the final step for our gorgeous little garment. So in front of me here, I've got 2 belt loops. In order to prep them, what I've done is I've folded down the top up here by 1.5 centimetres, and then I've pressed the raw edges in, wrong sides together, by 1.5 centimetres, so they meet in the middle all the way down. I've done the same for this one here, and finished the ends in the same way over here. Okay, so place the garment with the wrong side facing up, and we're looking at this section here between the junction of the skirt and the top, where we just put that little strip of interfacing to hold it together temporarily. Get your belt loop, open it out, and place the end of the folded edge right up here by the gap. Place a pin in the fabric. What you're aiming to do now is to line up the raw edge of the belt with the centre of where these 2 pieces line up, so effectively like the centre of where the interfacing is. Okay, we're just going to tack that in place about 5 millimetres away from the raw edge of the belt. Okay, next, if you've got some Wonder Tape, now is a good time to use it. So just place your Wonder Tape on the right side of your belt. Now the great thing about this tape is it does just wash off, and then tuck that seam allowance under where you originally folded it, so turn it back under 1.5 centimetres, and just really carefully place that down in place. Wonderful, so now we've got the basis of that tacked down, that seam is now beautifully covered. We can now start to pin the other side. So flip over your garment. Make sure your belt is going to be sitting nice and flat when you do finally sew it up. And then take the folded end of the belt and place it once again over the section that we need to reinforce. Pin in place. Pin it in place so that it's exactly located over the belt on the underside. Once you've pinned one side, just double check that the pins are catching through on the back so that it's all going to sit really nicely once it's sewn. Then once you've got that placed perfectly, then just pin the bottom of the belt. Once that's all pinned in place, we just need to tidy up the end up here by just continuing to pin all the way along. Okay, great. Once you've pinned it all in place like this, we're then just going to top stitch all the way around. So we're going to top stitch 2 or 3 millimetres from the folded edge all the way around across the top and then all the way back down again. What that's going to do is give us a belt loop, and it's also going to seal this whole area within the belt, which in turn will of course strengthen that seam. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and up at the top it's like this, and on both sides, and then when you turn it over on the inside we've got a beautiful neat finish all the way around. Once you've done one belt loop, repeat the whole process for the other side, and then let's take a look and see what it looks like. So here's our tie front kimono style garment. I really love the little details of the lace, and the tie belt just gives it a little bit more structure, but it's very relaxed, easy to wear, just throw on over something in the summer. A really fun little garment to make, and I hope you've really enjoyed following along today. This video obviously forms a part of a mini-series all about effortless patterns, so if you've enjoyed sewing that along with me today, there are many other videos. This garment behind me is also one of them, so do take a look at that video as well. That's the panel dress. Thank you for joining me today. I've been Izzy at Minerva.